Tropical Storm Dolly, a tropical storm no more. The storm has just been upgraded to a hurricane and is moving towards the Texas Gulf Coast. Joe Brown reports. Thursday, and then, hey, check it out for the weekend. Some goose eggs for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday before the rain returns from time to time. So this is what you like in April and May. A couple of dry days, then some rain. A few dry days, then some rain. It's always good to get those crops started. So our next rain of note scheduled here for Wednesday night into Thursday. So there's an area of low pressure over the northeastern United States. And if you think about this little clicker here as being a screwdriver, when you turn righty-tighty, it goes into the board. But with an area of low pressure, you have lefty-loosey or lifting. So the air is lifting above that area of low pressure. And as a result of that, as the air lifts, it cools, and cool air can't hold as much moisture. Bottom line is, with the area of low pressure, that we have these occasional showers that pop up from time to time. Donna, let's start off. You're looking at the first picked sweet corn of the year. This just came out of the farm of Reeves Farm. Brian Reeves, his wife Marion, brought that down. The first sweet corn of the season. We're going to be cooking that up. So again, Thursday, July 10th, a very important day as well. And what I expect by about 6 o'clock or so is a fairly intensive band of lake effect snow across northwestern parts of Onondaga County. And then as we go for 27 hours through 9 o'clock tomorrow night, the band will begin to move a little bit farther inland. It will begin to sag to the south somewhat for the overnight hours. Tomorrow during the day, as the sun comes up, the band will have a tendency to break up a little bit. But then by sunset tomorrow night, the band will likely re-intensify as it begins to drift north across parts of Oswego and western Oneida counties. Add it all up, looks like many locations anywhere between 10 and as much as 13, 14, maybe 15 inches of snow in total for the event. Sunday, some better news. The lake factors, we take a flyby segment down from New Orleans up through the Atlanta area up towards Pittsburgh. A lot of rain for these areas. You get a little bit closer to home and you can see we're in the blue, and that is snow falling across many central and western portions of the state. That warmer air is going to filter in on top of the cold air in place, so we're going to see a gradual transition from snow over to rain over the next couple of hours. But for those higher elevations to the east and southeast of Syracuse, we do expect the possibility that they will stay as all snow through the overnight hours. So again, it's going to be a chilly night. You can see the folks have their coats on, and as we check out the forecast, well, first things first, we'll start off with our industrial
First things first, we'll say thank you to Tom Hauf, because that video, courtesy of this guy. He does it all around
We're trying. It's multitasking.
He does it all.
And I'll kind of reenact that right now. Just like that. And when he did that noise, this turkey kind of went into full strut. And if we go to our second photo, you can see what the result of that was after he made that sound. So there you go. Thanks for the photo, George. I'm not sure if that's exactly right on the turkey call.
We made it up into the upper 70s this afternoon. Joined tonight by Mitchell from Liverpool. How are you tonight, Mitchell?
Good.
Who do you have with you tonight?
My sister Brooke and my brother Nicholas and my other sister Jessica.
Jessica, have you ever been on TV before?
No.
Now you are. Look in the camera right there. What do you have to say?
Hi.
There you go. Good job there. Boy, it's always fun when you see yourself on the Jumbotron TV. Then she's not even too nervous. Great
Just
stuff
a quick
there.
good news story before we go tonight. A construction worker down in Louisiana who lost 2 homes in the wrath of Hurricane Katrina went out to buy some milk for his wife and decided, hey, I think I'll buy a Powerball ticket. And he won $97 million. So
I love that story.
It's just some good news for the region. We're going to start off with our Industrial Collabs video of the day today. I took my Hauf cam up to the Salmon River last Saturday to see just how the fishing was going. And as you can see right here, the fishing was pretty darn good. I never realized just how difficult it is to bring one of those heavy salmon onto shore. They can weigh up to 30 pounds. And it's a struggle to bring that fish in. In fact, this is going to take several minutes for this guy to bring the fish in, but it was an incredible sight to see. And while he's kind of bringing that on in, we'll move ahead to the AccuWeather forecast for the day tomorrow, calling for cool temperatures, a few showers, and a high temperature of 55. Now, the radar and a high temperature of 58. Now, that guy's probably still working on that fish out there. Well, I'll tell you, it takes, you think it's a 30 to 40 pound fish, and finally, after about 10 minutes or so, he finally pulled the fish in with the help of some buddies there. And look at the size of this thing to hold this guy up. Again, this was on the Salmon River near Alkmaar this past Saturday, and congratulations, you got yourself a pretty big fish there. I think it's a salmon, but it could be a trout. Not exactly sure. They're not very talkative up there. I wanted to try to chat to the guys, and it's easier said than done. But there's a big business up there, and it looks like the fishing is pretty good.
Men fishing is like women shopping.
Yeah, just got to be
We
quiet.
don't want you to talk.
I'm learning. I'm learning.
All right.
Okay,
Great job. Thank you, Tom.
Well, traditionally, the full moon that occurs closest to the start of fall is known as the harvest moon, and tonight we welcome that harvest moon. With that in mind, we take a look back tonight at this year's growing season to ask, how's the harvest? Mid-September is perhaps the best time of year to visit the Central New York Regional Market right here in Syracuse, and that's just what I did on a recent Saturday. And there I came across a full bounty of fresh produce, vegetables and fruit just ripe for the picking. I talked to a bunch of different farmers and asked each one, what kind of a grade would you give this season? An A, B, C, D, or maybe an F, based on the type of crop grown and where that crop was grown. Well, the report card was mixed.
I think about actually for me a B.
And why is that?
I had a good crop, that's why.
What did you grow?
Garlic, onions, and tomatoes primarily. Shallots.
Right here.
It was a great summer. We had 16 inches of rain in 8 weeks.
Wow. And what are your main crops that you grow?
Potatoes is our biggest thing. Potatoes and cut flour.
B+.
And why is that?
I mean, most of our crops came in good. The only crop we actually lost was a few tomatoes to a real light hailstorm.
You know, if you had
very good.
what letter would you give it?
I probably can't say. No, it's probably a D.
Really?
Yeah.
And why is that?
Wow, we had hit with hail 11 times up in Woken.
The excessive moisture and hail from mid-June into the first part of August certainly took its toll on some of the crops, especially the cucumbers. But if you can handle a few dents in your peaches or apples, the taste is just fine, and you can get those peaches and apples at a fraction of their usual cost. Find out.
Yeah, we had a good harvest.
Good.
You can see on our peaches here, we have a lot of hail damage here. That's why we're selling these like for $6 for seconds, but you can use them for canning, pies, jam.
So these are the actual peaches that were damaged by the hail, but they're still usable. You just knock them down a few bucks, and anybody that's smart knows that's a good deal, don't they?
Yes, that's true.
And good deal. Again, weather-wise, probably a mixed grade for the year.
Yeah.
C was that heavy rain, all those thunderstorm days that we had, and of course, if you had the hail damage, then you had some problems as well. So kind of an average summer. Not too bad.
And a reoccurring thing, they said, of not enough sun
Yes,
to
not
really
enough
make
sun.
them grow.
It was kind of cloudy.
Tom, you're a professional photographer now.
I'm working at it.
Take a mile. You said weekend earlier.
We're already looking at Saturday. Could be a couple of morning showers, then some clearing with temperatures near 70. And then Sunday, a mix of sun and clouds and a high of 65. So we're not talking about these 80s and 70s.
But that's perfect.
You know, after all, today's April 22nd. Our normal high is about 59 degrees.
That's
so
San Diego weather.
It certainly has been with the warm days and relatively cool weather at night as well, which is good for sleeping. Here's a look at the high temperatures recorded across the Northeast. Look around the horn. Where's the warmest temperature? Right here in the Salt City, Syracuse today, 79 degrees. Elsewhere, the other warm spots today, Ottawa made it up to 77 degrees in the St. Lawrence River Valley. Kansas City and Minneapolis both at 77 apiece. And St. Louis made it up to 78. But there we are, clearly number one. We're not known for being the warmest spots. Let's just look at that in a minute. Isn't that great to see? New York City, high of 68. Boston, 62 with onshore winds from the still cool Atlantic Ocean. Now, weather-wise, nice and quiet across central New York tonight. But as we begin to scan out to the west, there's a very weak cold front, and I mean a very weak cold front that's going to trickle eastbound across the area late tomorrow afternoon or evening. And you can see just a couple of scattered showers here along the western fringe of Lake Michigan. But as we loop this over the last couple of hours, notice how the rain is kind of thinning out en route. So we have a big bubble of high pressure in place, almost acting like a buzzsaw as this rain tries to move on in. The buzzsaw just kind of breaks it on down. So tomorrow, this weak front will trickle through late tomorrow afternoon. There could be a brief 5-minute shower, maybe a rumble of thunder, and then by Thursday that front glides to the east. We look forward to great weather for Thursday night into Friday, and then by Friday night into early Saturday, yet another weak wave of low pressure to get close enough to bring us at least a chance for a few showers for Friday night into Saturday morning. But all systems good for the weekend. So the details then for tonight, calling for partly cloudy skies with a low temperature of 50. For the day tomorrow, we do expect at least the chance for a minor late day thunderstorm along with a high of 77. Here's your 5cast. And for Thursday, mostly sunny and not as warm in the wake of the cold front with a high of 71. Friday, sunshine followed by thickening clouds at night with a high of 74. A couple of scattered showers early Saturday with a high of 69. And then nice on Sunday. Isn't that great? Well, we'll talk about this and many other topics tonight on our CBS 5 web chat. Just simply asking you to log on to WTVH.com at the conclusion of our 6 o'clock news, and you'll see an extremely clear link in the upper right-hand corner. Just click on that. That'll take you right to the web chat, and we'll talk all about it tonight. We have a lot of the regulars that come out, and it's always a good time.
Good deal. Thank you. Just yesterday I asked Tom, where's the big outlook? Where's the big winter outlook for the long-range forecast?
Right.
And he said, you know, there's a reason I haven't really rolled one out.
Because I don't have anything to tell you. I mean, there's no El Nino, no La Nina. There's nothing really to hang your hat on. And then today, from the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, their report out this afternoon saying winter weather hard to predict this year because, again, there's not a lot to hang your hat on. One thing I can say is that with this real cold weather we've had during November, certainly chances are from this point